group that I'm speaking at, and then when I speak at a show called Special Event that was in Orlando a couple weeks ago, I have to do 30 new ideas because every year you got to do something new and innovative. So normally my presentation is a lot more idea-driven because it's for more like the event planners, but in tailoring it all for this group, there's also going to be some stuff that's more like work product and apps. And so the first couple slides are going to be about different apps that I use, and I tried to tailor it to things I think that you guys would use as show producers. And so, but I have a lot of videos, and so I'm hoping that we'll get through this as smooth as possible because I didn't really get to test anything this morning. So here we go. The first one is, in an environment like this, or when you're going to different networking events or things that you go to where you're meeting other people, I use this app called CamCard. The reason why, there's tons of apps out there. The reason why I like this one is because, like a lot of them, you take a picture of the business card and you've got it in your phone. This is one of the few, if the only, that I have found that you can automatically export it to an Excel spreadsheet. And it works really well with Salesforce. So this one, if you're gathering a lot of cards and you want to maintain that data, the ability to do an Excel spreadsheet is fantastic. So, and I saw you taking photos, definitely you can do that, but I'm also going to PDF this and I'll send it to Lorette that she can send out to the rest of the group so that you'll have this whole entire presentation. So, well, minus the videos. So that's CamCard. The next one is just an easy app that you may have found or not. That's me. If you can't recognize it, I actually got to go to Downton Abbey, so that was kind of fun. And so this is an app called Remove BG, and it's a good one because, you know, it's the ability to take out the image in the background, and you can use this a lot in your marketing. Every time you see one of those girls that I'm at the Eiffel Tower and now I'm magically on the Great Wall of China, a lot of times what they're doing is they're removing the background image and replacing it. So this is a great app that you guys can use to be able to do that.
Does that work with videos?
I'm sorry?
Does it work with videos?
This one does not, but now you're making me realize that I need to find one that works with videos. And yes, please ask questions as we go through. I hope I'll have answers. This one, this is, so many years ago when I was doing my presentation, I was told that there was Wi-Fi in the room, and of course there was not. And then you'll see, my presentation has tons and tons of videos. Almost every slide from here on out is going to be a video. And I could not do my presentation because could not get to the internet because I just had YouTube links to every video. So I very quickly found this. It's a software. It's about $50. This is it's kind of a whole suite. So you're going to get video converter, you're going to get video downloader, video editor. You can do, so I'm going to start out and kind of show you what I'm doing. This is going into, so if someone has a video on their Facebook page, you can't really right click on it and save it. And when you open it up, or if you go to someone's page and you say, I want to be able to include this video in my presentation, and they go, here's your YouTube link. Well, you can't really put that in if you're wanting to have the MP4 file. So what I'm going to do is I went to just some random page, and it's going to be obnoxious for a minute, so bear with me. So up at the top, you can see that I'm copying the URL of this page. I'm coming to this app, and I'm doing the downloader button. It clicks the video, and then it finds it, and immediately it's going to change it to an MP4. So I also use this same software to do the screen recorder, and then you could also edit videos with it. This is a fantastic app. And it's also, so like if the video is like on someone's website at the top, let me, it'll stop in a minute. Can you pause the sound on the video for just a minute? Great. If you go to a website page and they have, here's my product, here's my venue, and here's the video, if you put in the URL at the top of the page into this downloader, it's going to find what video is on that page. So maybe you don't have the exact YouTube link, it's gonna find it, and that's what it did for the Facebook page. It found that video. So you're gonna download it to MP4, and then you're able to insert it into your PowerPoint and in your presentation. And so you're able to do kind of like what I'm doing today. So if you do a lot of presentations, it's an incredibly valuable app, $50, and then plus it's got all the other stuff into it that you can be able to use the video editor. This one's called Wondershare. Okay, you can go back to the sound. So this one is, I don't know if anybody know about the Pantone app. You're gonna see, this is kind of my obsession.
Color is essential. It's the one part of any
You can raise the volume,
that
please.
can really make it pop. There's also hundreds of them out there. How could you possibly choose? Wouldn't it be great if you had access and control over any color at any time, right on your phone? With the Pantone Studio app, you can. Pantone Studio gives you an organized list of entire shades and palettes to browse and choose from, right down to the hex code. Not only that, you can extract color from the world around you using your camera. Snap a photo, and the app automatically pulls 5 colors from it to create a palette for you to name and save. You can also check out the pre-created palettes pulled from stunning photography for inspiration. What could be better than that? Oh yeah, Creative Cloud compatibility. Instantly send your saved palettes over to your projects on several Adobe programs like Photoshop, Illustrator, and After Effects. Pantone Studio, creative color at your fingertips.
Great, right? I don't know if you've ever used it. So this right here is a painting I have in my house. I just took a picture of it, and then it told me all the different colors in the Pantone associated with that. You can do the same thing, take a picture of the carpet on the floor, and it's gonna tell you the colors, and then you can kind of incorporate it and make a whole very cohesive presentation, design around it. You can use that when if you're doing a hotel ballroom, if you're doing a venue space, if you're wanting to do a design board. I think this app is really good to be able to just kind of bring it all in together and and really kind of have fun with your designs.
And that's called Pantone Studio.
Yeah. And that one, like most apps, is free unless you use it so many times, and then you might have a more paid version. The next one is not necessarily an app. Again, it's a little bit more like a software program that you can use. And this one's called Aura Planner, and this one is to do your time management. This one you can incorporate your vendors, your exhibitors, to be able, your interns, your employees, all together in
Or helping you
one
work forward by giving you a visual
workspace folder.
representation of your projects, tasks, and what everybody on your team is doing in real time. More than that, Aura is a workspace with Kanban, time tracking, reports, team chat, and lots of integrations. Projects in Aura are a collection of lists, and lists are a collection of cards. Cards can be anything you want, but most commonly, they represent work that has to be done. Inside a card, you can add description, labels, attachments, checklists. Once you assign someone, you'll receive a notification. Because this task has a deadline, I'll add a due date to it. All changes to the card are preserved in the activity. A place you can also use for discussion. Mention someone if you want to grab his attention.
So this one is more based upon how many users you have. I believe it's a monthly rate, or you can do it like a download flat rate for the year, but it's hard to tell based upon the number of users and the full functionality, because they have different levels. But it's a good time management software program, and I use it because I don't have a lot of employees, and I don't really have, but I use it with my clients, and so I assign them different users, and I work with them on it for each of their different events, and then also incorporating the vendors that I have associated with those events. But this one would be good with your employees. You maybe be able to use it with your exhibitors for the shows. All right, now we're going to get into this next series of slides is going to be talking about your actual show and some ideas that I would have to be able to I think probably the next 3 or 4 are going to be about designing your show, things that you can do to make a wow impact for the attendees when they arrive. This first one is called Imagispace, so let me play the video and we'll talk about it.
Imagispace teamed up with Creative Graphics.
Are y'all able to hear?
To provide
Can we turn that volume up a little bit?
at the Minneapolis Convention Center, all to manage traffic flow for the fan-based activities leading up to the big game. Our patented kit-based building block technology is comprised of lightweight interlocking blocks faced on both sides with environmentally friendly MDF panels, which make assembly fast and simple. The blocks are easy to palletize, ship, move, and store, and can be delivered pre-built or flat packed and assembled on site. Here, 562 linear feet, almost the length of 2 football fields, of durable, freestanding barrier walls were installed by a 4-person crew in a day and a half. The walls, supported by modular returns, easily support doors and windows, as well as mounted monitors or shelving. Every event planner knows that on-site changes are inevitable. With Imagispace, you can easily move or reconfigure the blocks to accommodate any last-minute floor plan adjustments or changes. Once assembled, the walls can be covered with engaging graphics to create beautifully branded experiences. Printed vinyl, gated board, canvas, you name it. If you can imagine it, you can affix it. And then they can be reskinned and repurposed for future events. With Imagispace, event planners can build captivating, sustainable barrier walls, dividing walls, or stage backdrops, all faster, easier, and more cost-effectively than ever before.
One of the biggest reasons why I like this product is because it is very lightweight. A lot of times when you're working, how many of y'all are working in a large convention hall? So I know specifically like Lorette, you've managed to be graced with the fact that you were grandfathered in and you don't have to do drayage. Drayage is, if at most convention halls, if something comes in, it gets put at the dock and nobody but the people at the dock, the workers at the dock, can bring anything from that dock to the convention floor without it being weighed, and you pay a drayage fee to get that from the dock to your convention space. So does anybody have that in their convention hall where they're not able to move their stuff themselves? So something like this, it's a lightweight product. People are it's sustainable, first of all, it's a green product, but it's very lightweight and you're able to, it's less money to bring it. And it's very easy to install. So something like this you could buy, you can have this as your product, you can get your graphics on it, and you can make an entrance, you can make different booths, you can use it in so many different ways. You can do half walls, tall walls. As you can see, you can insert doors into it. So it's a pretty unique product, but it's also something that versatile product is what I was trying to say instead of unique. But it's something that, because of the weight of it, I think it's something that's going to help with any cost that you might have, especially related to that drayage fee, which in this industry of unions, that can be a lot of money. Sorry, I just completely lost my train of thought. Yes, sir?
Do most people put the graphics on and then ship, or do they put them on property?
It really just kind of depends.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think, obviously if you're going to put them on and ship them, then it has to be a little bit better packing. And if you're not going to change from year to year, I know, and I say a lot Lorette is because she's the one who brought me here, and she and I have been friends for probably 20 years, and so I know her show very well in Houston. But so I know she's got graphics that she puts away and that she brings back out every year. So if you're going to do something like that where you're not really going to do product that is going to change with each show, like you might have a different theme for each show, I would say put it on, store it, bring it back, and you've got it from year to year, and it definitely is a lot more cost effective that way.
Yeah, my only concern is if there was a problem installing it on property, the graphics, and then you're like really SOL.
Yeah, you could be if you don't have enough time. Okay, the next one, I don't think I have a video. No, I don't have a video in here. So the next one is called Light Post, and this one is a relatively inexpensive product. These run about $250 a piece. but they're yours to keep, and then it's a great stanchion. What you can do with this is, inside here, you insert your graphics, so you have that, but they're also lighted. So if you're doing maybe a nighttime event or an event inside of the venue that doesn't have a ton of lighting, and you really want to kind of highlight that path to your registration, to the entrance of your event, these stanchions are great. You're going to keep them, and you can obviously change out these inserts. I've got them, one of my vendors, I bought them, and then one of my decorators, he houses them for me, and I change the inserts depending on the event that I'm doing and the logos and what have you. But they run about $2.50 a piece. They have different options. You can change the top to gold, the bottom to gold. They have silver. So this is just something a little bit different to maybe highlight the entrance of your event and brand it. And this is called Light Post. This next one is called pop-up pods, and these are little structures that you can inflate and put them inside of your venue and create little spaces. So they could be the dome shape, they have square, they have larger, they have some that are quite large and could probably fill up this room. These are rated to be inside, so they're fireproof, it blows up. Once it's up, you can lock it, so if for some reason there's no power, it'll stay up. And you can light them inside. They've got a lot of different flexibility with them. So this is something that you can use to create a space within a space. And for y'all's shows, what you could do is do individual design inspirations in different rooms so that the brides can go in and come into the Winter Wonderland room, go into the fall wedding room, and maybe just kind of create a space within a space. Do something where it's Instagram moments, doing something where you're gonna get those photos, get the brides excited, give them ideas. But so pop-up pods, you can create a space within a space. The next one, we probably should be a little bit earlier in the link, but this one, everybody is doing running cables everywhere. I have a little bit of OCD. My OCD is I cannot stand to see cables. It drives me insane. So, and my vendors know that. So I make all my vendors buy this gaff gun, and it really makes it a whole lot easier to put down your tape over your cords and make it a much cleaner, prettier look. So everybody should have a gaff gun. They're about $100 and something. You know, of course, you can put in any type of color of tape that you want, but just something that it's just the little tiny effects that just really make your show stand out. Now, most people are probably not like me, that they see cords and like something inside them just wants to slap somebody, but you know, you get my drift. So gaff gun.
You still see the big black line of tape.
Of course. But you don't see. So I also have this thing that my drape has to be complete, like it just, I'm at my shows or events on my knees, and my body would not be as painful as it is if I wouldn't have so much OCD and couldn't stand to see it. I'm on my hands and knees fixing stuff. This next one is shimmer walls. A lot of people are seeing, like I would imagine that most of your exhibitors that come in, they're bringing in maybe the photographers or the DJs. They're having like their little backdrops. This one is just a little bit higher step up. They have different shapes. But what I love about them is that you're really able to custom build around. I should probably lower that a little bit. There we go, sorry. Say that again. No, not really. No. It can be freestanding. You you will need to have some sort of pipe to hang it from. These you can take down, stack them, put them in a box, take them, I'm an absolute idiot when it comes to stuff like this, but I can even do it. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's very easy to use. This company, they will actually help you design it. So you'll give them the measurements, they'll do the graphic design. You can print your logo right onto the shimmer, or like what a lot of people are doing is they also have the ability to do some sort of vinyl, a plexiglass front that you can have the logo on top of that. So you can print on the shimmer, have your custom ones done, make it shape, this great entrance when you're coming in, and then you can reuse it time after time.
Debbie.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Is
ma'am.
the company name Shimmerwall, or is it a different name?
Shimmer walls, yeah. This one, the guy that you work with is actually based in Canada, but they're shipping from the US, and he's fantastic to work with. He's done a lot of custom products for me, and definitely love working with them. So that one was a little, I mean, not in the grand scheme of things, a little bit more expensive. And then I'm gonna throw in something that is cheap as hell, but has a lasting impact. These little magic disco balls, you can put them in any place that you're doing a light bulb.
Which change and rotate automatically to create a strobe effect similar to a disco ball. Perfect for use at home.
These are off of Amazon for like 25 bucks.
These bulbs will turn any setting into a spectacular
But
light.
they really take up a lot of space and really kind of transform the room. Just fun, easy. You can put that inside of your pop-up pod and really make a fun disco space.
Like hot ones like
You can also enjoy artistic lights.
those are the customer ladies. Right.
Yeah, silly. All right.
She's not a blinky, flashy kind of guy.
And again, something silly at your entrance, another very inexpensive. This is gonna be a loud video, so go ahead and turn it down because we don't need to hear it. These are the portable fireworks machines. You know, put these at your entrance when the brides are coming in. Maybe put these at the end of your fashion show runway. Again, very inexpensive, probably about 30 bucks on Amazon, but just the little things that just make a little bit of a wow, give you some Instagram moments for your attendees. Backdrop Outlet. This site has every single type of backdrop that you can possibly think of, but also you can go and do custom ones. And they're good about the ones that are when you see like a lot of photographers using, so you've got the floor and the ceiling, so you've got a seamless look to it. So they've got them every shape, every size, every color. Again, you can do custom, but it's just a little bit more cleaner. It's a little bit different than regular, just going to get the vinyl. The material is a little bit different than just going to like your signage company like FedEx, Kinko's, and getting the vinyl backdrop. So just a cleaner look that you can do. Again, you can have your little corners inside your pop-up pods you can create with your little disco ball and your bubbles and just create this crazy experience with the backdrop and have people go in and take photos, because that's what you want. You want your brides at your event saying how incredible this is, and this is where I got all my ideas. And so anything you can do to get them photographing your event, the more power to you. So the next group of slides are going to be probably a little bit more geared towards the people that have not necessarily in a convention center or not in a space where you get to maybe control the food and beverage. This is more for maybe your hotel ballroom, your evening functions, just some ideas that you can do to kind of make your show stand out. And again, it's just the little things that the brides are going to see, and then also your exhibitors and your vendors are really going to appreciate that you went just a little bit extra mile. So again, on this one, I'll tell you when to stop the video and turn up the sound. Sorry, you can turn up the sound. Can you turn the sound?
incredible? And these are from a company called Silograms that was started by two buddies, Clay and Bev, during COVID.
Brilliant.
And they had worked with silicone, and you can choose a monogram. Look, we've got JBH, we've got H for Hoda, HK. And I mean, who doesn't need a custom
No, I am
costume,
sorry.
right?
If you invited somebody over to your house and you gave them an HK ice cube, I don't even know who you are.
They go on, they're so obnoxious, it's like crazy. Like, oh my God, you discovered bread. But it's just something that you can do your logo. Just anything that you can do to make the brides get excited. They look down on their drink and they see a logo down in there. So these are called Silogram, and obviously you can custom do the trays. They come in different sizes, and definitely having your logo on there is great because you're going to get some photos of that. Okay, and I apologize for this hot mess in the middle, but this company again is called 3D Sugar Labs. These run about $4 a piece. What I love about them is, like this one right here is a custom logo that I had for Porsche, and they do the little cubes based upon the size of the glass. So it's custom done for each one, so that way it'll sit exactly on the type of glass. And then they can do any logo. They're incredible about doing the graphic designs beforehand. That one over there, and let me play this ugly video. You can see that the car is sitting on top of the martini glass, but, and I hate the way I look at the end of that, so I'm gonna come back and make you look at this ugly face first. So with these, they're sugar cubes, they're gonna go inside the drink and they're gonna dissolve. They can be tasteless or they can have a flavor to them. But again, with your logo sitting on top, the brides attending are gonna take photos of that, and it's an idea for them to be able to use at their event, and maybe you might be prepared to give them the information about where you got it from. But it's just the little things, little tiny cubes sitting on top of your beautiful champagne glass that you're handing out with your logo on it. You're gonna get a lot of photos and images from it. These run about $4 a piece. They come in presented beautifully in the way that they're shipped. The design fee is about $250, so it's not a lot of money to get a really lot of wow. This one is a lot of money, but so this one is called the Edible Bubble Bar. Again, so on here, all of this can be switched out, branded to your particular event with your logo. What it is you're taking the bubble, you're inhaling it, then you've got the helium effects, and it's got a fun cotton candy taste to it. Another really great Instagram worthy moment, and people will just absolutely love it. So just the basic setup with their...
Wait, so is there helium in it?
Yeah, there's helium. There might be a part where, yeah, see, you can hear that. And it does work. I have video of me doing it. It's hilarious. It's just fun. And people really enjoy it. Yeah. Well, no, you don't have to have a selfie station. What this, you can turn off, oh, there it's gonna end. This comes with it if you don't want to customize it. So it comes for, it's $4,000. It comes with, not the person, it comes with the backdrop if that's what you want to do and you don't want to customize it. If you want to customize it, then it's whatever more it takes to do the backdrop and customize the front of the bar. So about $4,000 on that. I would say probably, all in, maybe about $6,500. And then you're gonna find some local entertainment that's gonna be help handing it out. But the $4,000, comes with the person, yeah.
And the product that
The product, yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I just did it at an event a month ago, and the guests were just going crazy over it. Going back to something that's really inexpensive, something that you have and can keep. This is the FBOT printer pin. And on this one, you can probably turn it up just a little bit, please. Oh, I'm sorry. For some reason, it's way over there. Yeah, let me just, strangely, I don't know why that photo got put. If you'll just click on that photo, oh, you can't, because I'm in. Yeah. Yeah, if you'll click on this photo, go back, and just delete it. There we go. Okay, there was something behind it that was weird. So this one is a little pen that you buy. It's about $250. All of this is edible, and it's you can change it. So you use an app. You can do whatever design you want, whatever words you want. You can put your name of your bridal show, the name of your company. It works on napkins, coffee, little cookies. Just a little bit of a wow. $250, it's yours, and you've got this great thing that you've done to take your show up just a little bit of a notch, right? This next one, Red actually had this guy as an exhibitor at his show, but I do know that he is going to be renting these out. Right now, probably I would say probably just Texas only, but I think eventually he's going to be moving and doing more. But it's, you may be able to find a vendor in your area and say, hey, look at this cool idea, and do maybe build something like this to have at your shows. But this is called Fancy Wall, and as you can see, he's got a conveyor belt. He does a conveyor belt with the champagne drinks. You could do it at the entrance to your show, but just a little bit different. It's just something that makes a wow. Now this again is going back to a more expensive wow, but just anything that you can do to get your guests talking, the brides talking, getting photos, that's what you want to do. Going back to another wow, but a little bit not as expensive, is this flavor blaster. This one, it runs about $500. You're keeping this. You would give it maybe to your food and beverage manager, your caterer, your bartenders.
I've been thinking about how to improve.
And it's doing something where you're creating the smoking drink, a little bit more of a wow effect for the drinks that you're handing out at your shows.
New design has improved ergonomics, better control, and more powerful battery, which lasts for days. A solid metal nozzle, durable and easy to clean. A new complete manual that gives you the perfect understanding.
Normally I'm next to my computer and I can
all
move
in
it
all,
forward.
this is a professional device that allows you to express your creativity.
So you're just getting these little wows that you can put on the drinks. And it's called the Flavor Blaster. This one is something that maybe you could hand out. This one is you're going to have your logo on it. But the reason why I like this is I fly a lot, and this one I don't know if you can see. So you've got the ability to put your drink inside of here, but you can also, when you're sitting on a plane, you can put your phone up on the seat in front of you. It's simple. They're maybe $5 a piece, but just a little giveaway that you can give to your vendors, exhibitors, attendees. Maybe put it in their gift bags and brand it. It's just a cheap little giveaway product, but something that once people, and it comes with a little card that tells you exactly what it is. But for somebody who travels a lot, this is a great little product. About $5. So this one, when you're going into a space, when you're designing out, this app is called Bubbly. And let me show you what this guy is doing. So basically you're walking into a space and you're taking your phone and you're going like this. And then at the end of the day when you're done, it's going to give you a 360-degree view of your space. So this is something that your venues could use, but when you're designing out your space or you're showing it to a potential exhibitor, this app is great to be able to give you a 360-degree view of the space, and it also it kind of puts you more in like a 3D environment. So this one is called Lovely.
Hey Debbie,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think that would be so great for sales.
So great.
Many people, they do not understand what I'm trying to explain to them about their booth. Like,
Yeah. And so with this one, it's not expensive, right? So, you know, a lot of times when you're, you know, a venue is producing these 3D videos that are costing a ton of money. This is an app on your phone. So I discovered it because I had a client who was like, I need to see this space. And I'm like, well, fly down here and see it. So I'm teasing. I found this app and I was able literally just to walk around the entire space, and then it gives you a 360-degree view of that space. So it's fantastic.
So does that replace Matterport? Matterport tours of venues, does that replace it?
No, I mean, it's not that well produced, right? Those are, you know, they've got, you know, those are, yeah. This one, when you're doing your promotional videos, this one is a great one if you are gonna do the intros yourself.
Tell your story now.
This is taking your cell phone and turning it into a teleprompter.
Be authentic. Get in front of your smartphone, on the field, or from the comfort of your desk.
Superstar Adele received much press.
So that way you're able to look right at the camera and you've got your own little teleprompter.
Keep your eyes on the camera with the Big View teleprompter app. Replace any green background using our streamlined virtual studio.
Isn't that great?
Select any tweet and Instagram photo and
so I'm going to come back to that because now that we're on this, so kind of incorporating that and this. So at your shows, a lot of times if you want to have the voice of God speaking, if you want to do a produced video that has somebody speaking in the background, but maybe you're not comfortable doing it, here's in the world of AI.
Hey, I'm Beatrice, and I'm one of the 30 AI voices
All your
on the
little
speech
chat,
line.
your chat
You listened to
bots.
this video until now, and you probably couldn't tell I'm not a real human voice. That's because I understand exactly what each phrase is saying, and I know how to put inflections in my voice, just like a real human would do. With Speech Alone, you can generate as many voiceovers as you want, with only 3 clicks. Click number 1. Just paste the text you want to be transformed into speech in our online text editor. Click number 2. Choose the language and voice that you want to use. We offer male, female, and even kids' voices. And finally, click number 3. Click on Generate, and in 5 seconds, your voiceover is ready to be downloaded. How cool is that?
Yeah, I think it's
We offer
amazing.
voices that are perfect for
With
training
the text,
videos,
for, you know,
voices
you've
that
got
are
your
perfect
video in the
for
background,
presentation videos,
and
and
here you
voices
go.
that sound like Hollywood
This is
movie trailers,
$40,
and even kids'
$49
voices that sound joyful and innocent.
software app on your
All our
computer.
voices have elements that make a voice sound good and include all the voice expressions.
Or have it do your voice of God's, ladies and gentlemen, the fashion show is about to start in 5 minutes. Stuff like that. Inexpensive. All right, this next one is back to maybe a little bit more of your work product, after the fact, after the show, thanking all of your exhibitors, maybe even thanking your attendees for coming, your brides. But it's taking it to a little bit different level because who doesn't want a handwritten note?
How to use our handwritten notes platform.
But if you're like me and you have illegible handwriting,
90% open
this is
rate.
a great way
Applicants
to
deliver
solve that
6 times
problem.
the response of other direct mail and form a rare personal bond with each recipient so you can book more meetings, convert more customers, and skyrocket retention and referrals. Now, meet our handwriting robots. They hold real pens and real papers, pressure, slant,
I'm obsessed with
and
this.
vary each character slightly to give your notes this irresistible, authentic handwritten look.
Guess we'll never know. I mean, it literally is handwritten, but it's not, right? Isn't that crazy?
Our penmanship is beautiful. Choose one of our winning note tables.
It can also,
Personalize your message to custom
it can also put in a QR code if you want to at the bottom of the note card.
characters, so you can tell.
Obviously, put your web, you can send them the cards that you want them to use, or they can custom do it. You got your little.
So your leads can scan it, come to your website, submit a lead, make a purchase.
But it is a proven fact that people respond to handwritten notes
and include one in each of your notes.
far more than they would a regular note. And they responded to that even more than they would respond to an email that they received. Something like this, people actually
Mail your
respond
entire
to.
campaign, all in just one business day. Normal direct mail gets thrown away, but our notes command a staggering 90% open and read rate. Cutting through the noise to convert
All right,
your
so
prospects into
that's-
customers.
Audience is the name of that.
So you can do like mass mailings with that?
Oh, yeah.
And audiences spelled.
That's the whole point, is to do mass mailings.
Well, at first I thought
Yeah.
it was like a one-off, but.
No, that's the, save your wrist, right?
What was the name, how do you spell, I didn't see it at all.
Oh,
Did they
sorry.
shorten it, is it?
It's called audience.
Spell the correct one.
I'm sorry. Do I have it spelled incorrectly?
No.
Oh, okay.
Most of these have a Z instead of a C, or,
Gotcha.
Hi, I'm
new words.
Okay. So this one I had in when I was thinking about with Lorette, going through some of my slides that I do for my presentation for event planners. I had this one because I think it's a great idea for the brides to do at their event. And then I was like, well, how can this translate to this event? She said, and I love this, Lorette was like, well, you could have this at a station where the brides can leave a message about the show and critique the show, or the exhibitors. So what this is called After the Tone. And on this one, you're getting shipped the phone, and the guests will pick up the phone and probably like put a little card that says what they're supposed to do. And after this one, it's, hi, I'm your aunt, and I love being at this wedding. But you can go ahead and,
your official
you can go ahead and turn down the sound.
We're so excited we flew all
At your show, this one could be, hi, I want to tell you that your show is fantastic and I love being here. Or it could just be, something fun for them to be able to say, my wedding date is this. Leave a message, tell us when your wedding date is, and, we can, I don't know, come up with different things that you want to do. You're going to get a little zip drive file of all the recordings. Or if you like the old-timey look of it, you'll get an album that has all the recordings on it. And it's just something fun and different. And another like little station where, they're gonna definitely take videos of themselves saying, here I am with this cool little antique phone and talking about your event. Yeah, I just think it's cute. This one costs about $350 just for a regular 4-hour event. They ship everything to you, you ship it back, and then you get your little, yes sir.
The DJ and photo booth market right now is exploding with this.
Yeah.
Everyone's buying these. And you can buy them wholesale through Alibaba for like $85 a piece.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's kind of like, I would say probably 7 years ago, the spectacular indoor fireworks that you guys are seeing, every DJ, that came out, and it was, people were like, it was so innovative. I was actually the first person in Houston to use them for the very first time. I saw them at a show in Germany, said to my vendor, I have to have this. He didn't understand it. He was like, indoor fireworks, permits, all this stuff. And now everybody has them, they're all there. So it's those ideas that just kind of catch on, but they're a wow and people absolutely love them. And then the last one is the guest generated hashtag mosaics. And I'm sorry, this video is, it's about a pet company, not quite anything for a bridal about it, but you kind of get the gist of what's going on. So anything that, again, that you're doing to get the guest in the location, they get the printed product, and then also you're putting together this really fun wall and getting that engagement. So if you had all the brides coming up and then, yeah, then you're putting together, you could maybe put it together and it's your logo, where by the time it's all done, your logo is generated into a giant wall. Yeah. It automatically kind of tells you where to put it, yeah. And it's guest engagement, and I've probably said this now maybe 30 times, maybe more, but anything that you can do to get that guest engagement, get them involved, and talking about your event, taking photos, of course you want to do. So that is my presentation. You can find me on these places if you want to. Talk about me on Twitter, I'd absolutely love it. And I will definitely send this as a PDF that you guys will have of all the different apps. Yes, ma'am.
Hold on, Nina.
Oh.
Can you turn this mic on?